Once upon a time, in a small village tucked away in the countryside, there lived a lonely old man named Mr. Jenkins. He was well into the 80s and had seen many seasons come and go. Yet his days had become monotonous, filled with solitude and longing for companionship. With each passing day, Mr. Jenkins would sit by his window, gazing out at the world with a bittersweet smile. He watched the children play, the families walking hand in hand, and the hustle and bustle of everyday life. The village was a place filled with warmth, laughter, and camaraderie. But Mr. Jenkins felt like he was on the sidelines, an observer rather than a participant. As the years went by, Mr. Jenkins grew more and more isolated. His friends had either moved away or passed on, leaving him with only fading memories. He tried to reach out to his neighbors, but their lives were so busy that they hardly had time to spare for a lonely old man like him. One fateful day, as Mr. Jenkins was strolling through the village square, he noticed a small, scruffy dog wandering aimlessly. The dog's eyes were filled with a sense of abandonment, mirroring the deep loneliness that Mr. Jenkins felt within himself. It was as if they were kindred spirits, both seeking companionship in a world that had forgotten them. Without thinking twice, Mr. Jenkins approached the dog and gently picked it up. He could feel a spark of connection growing between them. He decided to take the dog home, giving it a warm and loving shelter. They named him Buddy, for the furry friend had become the old man's faithful companion. With Buddy by his side, Mr. Jenkins' life began to change. The days no longer seemed long and empty. Buddy brought laughter, joy, and unconditional love back into the old man's heart. They would take long walks together, exploring the beauty of nature that surrounded them. The villagers noticed the transformation in Mr. Jenkins and started to reach out to him, sharing stories and offering their friendship. Soon, Mr. Jenkins became an integral part of the community once again. He found purpose in helping others, sharing his wisdom and experiences with the younger generation. The loneliness that had once consumed him slowly faded away, replaced by a sense of belonging and fulfillment. In the twilight of his life, Mr. Jenkins had discovered that it is never too late to find companionship and happiness. Through the love and loyalty of a simple dog, he had come to realize that true connection transcends age and circumstances. And so, in that small village, the lonely old man and his furry friend lived out the rest of their days, bringing light and warmth to each other's lives. Sometimes, all it takes is a little fairy companion to bridge the gaps of loneliness and remind us of the beauty that lies in simple moments shared. We can find inspiration in stories like Mr. Jenkins and remember that kindness and friendship can make a world of difference, no matter how old or lonely we may feel.